This Morning Live, brought to you by
Parachute Advanced, best रोज्नेहरूका लागि. Parachute Advanced, मेरो लागि best.
Associate Sponsor
Everest Bank, दिगो, दरिलो र विश्वासिलो.
Pepsodent, एउटा मुस्कानले सबै बदलिन्छ.
नमस्कार, म समीर यहाँ हाजिर भइसकेको छ. दिस मर्निङ लाइभ, अभियसली लाइभ अन हिमालय टेलिभिजन. अर्ली मर्निङ हामी आउँछौँ, तर आज विशेष दिन छ. आज अलिकति यो एकदम म त यो निलो सिलो देखिन रातो रातो देखिरहेको छु. यता रातो रातो भइरहेको छ.
हल्का फुल्का हुन्छ. अब त्यति म त्यस्तो
रोमान्टिक हो क्या
परिन होइन, तर पनि यसो आज हल्का फुल्का यसो रातो रातो लाग्छु मैले होइन. अब दिन अनुसारको खेलिदिनु पर्यो, खेल्नुपर्छ कि दिन अनुसार हो. आज भ्यालेन्टाइन्स डेमा अब
February 14.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, brother. Happy Valentine's Day. Spread the love भन्छ हामी. Spread the love and happy Valentine's Day. February 14 फागुन 2 हैन. अब आज तपाईहरुले अब कसरी भ्यालेन्टाइन्स डे मनाउने प्लान गरिराख्नु भएको छ त? And everybody has different plans. So अब कतिजना परिवार Valentine's Day, it just doesn't mean husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend मात्रैको होइन नि त यो त. So the whole family can celebrate the love. You can spread the love with your parents as well. कतिजनाको स्पेशली छोराहरुको आमासँगको कनेक्सन, छोरीहरुको बुवासँगको कनेक्सन, स्पेशल कनेक्सन.
परिवार भित्र सिब्लिङ्सहरुको
सिब्लिङ्सहरुको
मायाको मौसम हो. महिनै मायाको भन्छ फेब्रुअरी. र अहिले त झन् व्यावसायिक भावनाले झनै बढी छ. अब यहाँ फुलको बिक्री बढी हुने यताउति भन्ने कुराहरू आइरहेको छन् होइन.
बिजनेस वाइज पनि
नेपालमा नि पहिले त्यति थिएन. अब खास हामी त्यसलाई प्रणय दिवस भनेर पनि मान्छौँ. आज प्रणय दिवसको अर्कै महत्त्व छ. जस सबैजनालाई शुभकामना छ.
आज स्पेशली फेरि कतिवटा जस्तो रेस्टुरेन्ट्सहरूमा स्पेशली चाहिँ एउटा स्पेसल होइन एउटा भाइब चलिरहेको हुन्छ. गुड म्युजिक एन्ड एभ्रिबडी गो अनि त्यहाँबाट चक्क मजाले चाहिँ भ्यालेन्टाइन्स डिनर मजाले सँगै बसौँ रमाउँ भन्ने खालको इन्भाइरोमेन्ट भइरहेको हुन्छ. कतिले घरमै तिमीले भने जस्तो गिफ्ट लिएर आएर हुन्छ कि एउटा स्पेसल मान्छेलाई स्पेसल फिल गराउने हो. द वान यु लभ होइन. तपाईँ यु माइट लभ यर सिस्टर, यु माइट लभ यर ब्रदर, यर प्यारेन्ट्स, यर फ्रेन्ड्स or your colleagues होइन. And if you love us, send us gifts.
Of course. माया देखाउनुहोस्, यसो आउनुहोस्, हामीसँग जोडिनुहोस् होइन. अझ स्पोन्सर भएर आउनुहुन्छ झन् जोडिनुहोस्. जस आज
send us love. Yes.
माया गरौँ, संसारमा एकअर्कालाई माया गरौँ. मेक लभ नट वार भनिहालिन्छ.
एकदम सही.
झगडा नगरौँ, लडाई कलह नगरौँ, माया गरौँ एकअर्कालाई र मायामै संसार चलोस् र कलह हराओस् संसारबाट भन्दै आज कुराकानी गर्ने क्रममा आज अब भ्यालेन्टाइनकै छ कि गुलाब के धेरै नै पुरुषले किन्छ भन्ने कुरा हेरेछ नि.
किन्न त अभियसली नेचर वाइज चाहिँ होइन. लाइक अ म्यान प्रपोजेस भन्ने छ नि त. बट नाउ इट्स टाइम अफ इक्वालिटी. वी अल लभ एन्ड बिलिभ इन इक्वालिटी होइन. त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यदि कोही हाम्रो महिला साथीहरूलाई पनि मलाई केही फ्लावर दिन मन छ, तिमीलाई कुनै फ्लावर दिनु हुन्छ नि, वी विल रिसिभ. मेबी वी will treat them. हामी यसो चिया खाने डेटमा जान सक्छौँ, हामी कफी खाने डेटमा जान सक्छौँ. इट्स फाइन.
पैसा खर्च गरेर चाहनुहुन्छ भने ठिकै छ. पैसा खर्च गरेर ट्रिट दिन चाहन्छ भने ठिकै छ. अहिले इक्वालिटीको कुरा छ होइन. इक्वल राइट्सको कुरा छ. अब पहिले हो पहिले चाहिँ पुरुषले सबै तिर्ने यता भन्छ. अब त्यो रहेन. कतिजना महिलाहरू हुन्छ म चिन्छु होइन. उहाँहरू पनि मैले सुनेको अनुसार चाहिँ उहाँहरू नि भन्नुहुन्छ कि ठाउँ कुरा गर्दाखेरि यङ गर्ल्सहरू यङ वेमेनहरू विशेष गरी चाहिँ नि उहाँहरू चाहिँ नि केटाले तिर्नुपर्छ भने छैन. हामी तिर्न तयार छौँ, हामी तिर्छौँ. किन तिर्नुपर्छ? हामी बरु बिल सेयर गरौँ भनेर तर पालै पिलो गरौँ भनेर भन्नुहुन्छ. इक्वल राइट्स जमाना आइसकेको छ. माया भनेको इक्वल राइट्स चाहिँ हो नि त होइन.
एकदम सही. Right. So you guys all have a very good Valentine's Day. And other interesting day is it's an International Book Giving Day. Even मजा लाग्यो मलाई हैन. So एक त यो book culture because of the invention of the internet and हामी अब यो अनलाइन नै पढ्ने बानीले गर्दाखेरि एक्चुअली हाम्रो अनुप बराल दाइ हुनुहुन्छ नि.
Of course.
Actor, director, he's a teacher भन्छ म त. Drama teacher, drama expert. So उहाँ अनुप दाइले एउटा कुरा गर्नु थियो. अमन ठीक छ त्यो अनलाइन पढ फेसिलिटी छ सबै छ तर किताब खोल्दाखेरि जुन त्यो कागजबाट आउने एउटा वासना छ नि आहा त्यसले चाहिँ क्याप्टिभेटिङ हुन्छ अरे क्या एकदमै क्या सो त्यो चिजले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो गन्ध आइरहेछ मिठो भइरहेछ अनि त्यो मसीको गन्ध पनि आउँछ त्यो छापिएको हो नि त त्यो त छापिएको हो नि त्यो सबै चिज त हराउँछ अनलाइनमा त यु क्यानट फाइन्ड इट
हो
यस यस
आवाज
यस यस
बेस्ट अझ नयाँ किताब ठ्याक्क खोल्दाखेरि चाहिँ सेतो पाना अलिक बासा पनि आउँछ बसेको बासा
त्यही नै सो त्यो आरोमा हुँदैन त्यो अनलाइनमा पढेको त्यो हुँदैन अनि किताब पढ्ने भनेकै एउटा इट्स अ त्यो तपाईँले आफूलाई पनि एउटा एटमोस क्रिएट गरेको हो क्या तपाईँको किताबमा डुब्नुहुन्छ भिज्नुहुन्छ हराउनुहुन्छ क्या त्यो संसारमा सो यो सिट डाउन तपाईँसँग एउटा चिया छ चट्टा छ यो किताब छ सो त्यो हो नि त सो इट्स अ बुक गिभिङ डे रहेछ मलाई एकदम ठिक लाग्यो किताब पनि दिनुहोस् एउटा मिठो किताब गुलाबसँग एउटा किताब पनि दिनुहोस्
मायाले भरिपूर्ण कविताहरू सहितको किताब दिनु
एकदम
आज किताब दिने दिवस पनि रहेछ
एकदम मजा छ सो अब आज यो त भयो आज हामीसँग स्पेसल गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ यो रियरली उहाँ जस्तो नेपालमा उहाँ आइदिँदाखेरि र हामीले चाहिँ आई थिङ्क उहाँ यो जुन कार्यको लागि यहाँ आइदिनु भएको छ इन्टरनेसनल ड्रामाको लागि उहाँसँग भेट्ने मान्छेहरू पनि इन्सपायर हुनुहुन्छ उहाँबाट के सिक्न पाउने मान्छेहरू एकदम इन्सपायर हुनुहुन्छ होइन हाम्रो गेस्ट वालमा तपाईँले देख्नु चित्तरञ्जन त्रिपाठीजी डाइरेक्टर नेसनल स्कुल अफ ड्रामा एनएसडी कै डाइरेक्टर हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ भनेपछि उहाँबाट कति कुरा सिक्न सकिन्छ हामीले
एक्टर पनि हुनुहुन्छ
भेरी फेमस एक्टर
हिन्दी फिल्ममा नै एक्ट गर्नु भएको छ हामी एकदम एक्साइटेड छौँ उहाँलाई यसो गरौँ अब हामीहरू ब्रेकमा जान्छौँ ब्रेकपछि हाम्रा अतिथि चित्तरञ्जन त्रिपाठीज्यूलाई हामीहरू लिएर आउँछौँ अहिलेलाई छोटो ब्रेक
तपाईको फेभरेट सनसिल्क स्याम्पू अब भयो अझै राम्रो यसमा छ भाइटामिन्स ओइल्स अनि प्रोटिनको एक्टिभ मिक्स जसले दिन्छ तपाईलाई शाइनी घना अनि सुन्दर कपाल सुपर कपाल हरेक बार नयाँ सनसिल्क एक्टिभ मिक्सको साथ अब सनसिल्क कन्डिसनरमा पनि उपलब्ध छ
हिजो गरेको जोहोले आजको जीवन सुखद हुन्छ थोरै नै किन नहोस् बचत गर्ने बानी बसालौं एभरेस्ट बैंक दिगो दरिलो र विश्वासिलो थोपा थोपा पानीले विशाल सागर बन्छ थोरै नै किन नहोस् बचत गर्ने बानी बसालौं एभरेस्ट बैंक दिगो दरिलो र विश्वासिलो
प्रस्तुत छ प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड बेबी रेन्ज जसमा छ भर्जिन कोकोनट ओइल यसले शिशुको कोमल स्किनलाई सफा गरी पोषण दिन्छ प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड बेबी तपाईको बेबीको ग्रोथ पार्टनर
कसैले मुस्कुराएर हेर्नुपर्छ माया नै बसे जस्तो ठान्छौं कसैको पहिरन देख्न साथ यस्तो र उस्तो भन्न थाल्छौं विदेश भन्न साथ पैसाको बोट जस्तो सस्तो पाउन साथ केही न केही खोट जस्तो हामीलाई धारणा बनाउन त कसले पो रोक्छ र यसै गरी हाम्रो बारेमा पनि यहाँहरूले केही धारणा बनाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ वा बनाइसक्नु भएको छ भने पनि कृपया पहिला हामी कहाँ आउनुहोस् जहाँ छ अत्याधुनिक बैंकिङ जहाँ छन् युवा जनशक्ति जो आफैमा सबल र सफल बैंक हो र जसको पहुँच सुगमदेखि दुर्गमसम्म छ त्यसपछि सेवा सुविधा बारे थाहा पाउनुहोस् अनि बल्ल धारणा बनाउनुहोस् राष्ट्रिय वाणिज्य बैंक तपाईको आफ्नै बैंक आफ्नो भनेको आफ्नै हुन्छ
This morning live brought to you by
प्याराशुट एडभान्स बेस्ट रोज्नेहरूका लागि प्याराशुट एडभान्स मेरो लागि बेस्ट
associate sponsor
एभरेस्ट बैंक दिगो दरिलो र विश्वासिलो
पेप्सोडेन्ट एउटा मुस्कानले सबै बदलिन्छ
Alright, तपाईले भिडियो हेरेर थाहा पाइसक्नु भएको छ गेस्टको भनेर obviously चित्ररञ्जन जी हाम्रो स्टुडियोमा आइसक्नु भएको छ. Thank you so much for coming and accepting our invitation as well.
उहाँको बारे हामीले तयार गरेर भिडियो पनि छ. So welcome to our show, but we have a small video that we have prepared for you.
Okay.
Why don't we introduce you by that video and then we will take you the conversation forward. Actually video area lo.
चित्तरञ्जन त्रिपाठी भारतको नयाँ दिल्ली स्थित प्रसिद्ध नाट्य स्कुल नेशनल स्कुल अफ ड्रामा एनएसडी का निर्देशक हुनुहुन्छ. यसबाहेक फिल्म निर्देशक, लेखक तथा कलाकार समेत रहनुभएका उहाँ नेटफ्लिक्स श्रृङ्खला सिक्रेट गेम्समा त्रिवेदीको भूमिकाका लागि परिचित हुनुहुन्छ. 1.5 दर्जन बढी फिल्ममा काम गरिसक्नु भएका उहाँले 50 भन्दा बढी नाटक निर्देशन गर्नु भएको छ. नेपाल भारत नाट्य महोत्सव अन्तर्गत मञ्चन हुने ताजमहलका टेन्डर नाटकमा समेत उहाँकै निर्देशन छ. भारतको ओडिसा राज्यको चाँदबलीमा जन्मनु भएका त्रिपाठीले हैदराबाद विश्वविद्यालयबाट समाजशास्त्रमा MA को डिग्री हासिल गर्नु भएको छ भने NST बाटै अभिनयमा डिप्लोमासम्मको अध्ययन सकाउनु भएको छ. गिल्डफोर्ड स्कुल अफ एक्टिङ लन्डनबाट फिल्म निर्देशन अध्ययन गर्नुभएका त्रिपाठी संगीत निर्देशक समेत हुनुहुन्छ. 500 भन्दा बढी गीत कम्पोज गर्नुभएका उहाँले डेब्यू फिल्म धौली एक्सप्रेसमा त लेखन, निर्देशन, संगीत र गायन समेत गर्नु भएको छ. निर्माण समेत त्रिपाठीकै रहेको यो फिल्मले 3 ओडिसा राज्य फिल्म पुरस्कार समेत प्राप्त गरेको थियो. तिनै बहुमुखी प्रतिभाका धनी भारतीय कलाकार चित्तरञ्जन त्रिपाठी हाम्रो अतिथि हुनुहुन्छ.
It's an honor to have you over here, and I believe lots of Nepalese now, especially because of the sacred games, and they now can reflect, oh my God, I've seen that guy, I know the guy,
power
I know
of
the
TV,
person,
power of Netflix.
I know the person. But especially you're here because of the love, I think you, because of the drama and Rangamanch.
Nepal Bharat Festival,
so,
Rang Festival.
These things, the connection of Nepal and India, and a few of our students also going over there to NST, graduating, learning from there, bringing the art back to Nepal. How important is it, and how did you find Nepal's love for art and India's connection towards it? How is it working?
So it's quite evident when we look at our history. It's quite evident we have been coexisting for a long time, with a very strong cultural bond.
Yes.
And also in National School of Drama, as you rightly mentioned, students have been coming to study theatre. And when I was a student, there was Mr. Anup Baral. Anup Baral happens
you
to be...
You are around the same batch?
Yeah. He happens to be my senior.
Wow.
So he was 1 year senior to me. And apart from that, we have other cultural bondings like Lord Buddha. And I think that's one of the biggest pillars of cultural bonding. And when we look at Ramayana also, we have so we have,
it's like historical and traditional.
We have lots of things to have lots of common things to share with. So to take it further, we just this year thought that Bharat Rang Mahotsav, which is as of now is the largest international theatre festival in the world. So we thought that this year we would go to different international venues. And why not to Kathmandu? Why not to Colombo? So, because these are all our neighboring countries, our friends, and we have a very strong bond, and culturally speaking, we are almost the same.
Of course.
So, yes, of course, we have a political map, political boundary, but that is for administrative purposes. That's different, and but otherwise we do not have any cultural boundary.
Just adding on to the question, like you are here for the Nepal Bharat Rang Festival, right?
Rang Mahotsav.
Rang Mahotsav, sorry. How has that? How did, in your opinion, how did that turn out? I mean, having done so many of those Mahotsavs in India, now you have done it in Nepal. Is it for the first time this happened in Nepal in this category? So, what was the experience like from what you have seen?
It has been great because the kind of enthusiasm we just experienced here, it started on the 5th, and when actually I spoke to Nishaji, the Chancellor of Namuda, so she was very excited about this idea, and I think it was the quickest to happen, because we had very less time, and when we decided to go for it, we just wanted to discuss it, and we were not quite sure that it will happen, because we are two different countries, and then we have official process also. So it is not about our artistic will. It is also about
the
whole management and the procedure. So when I spoke to her, she was very, very positive. She said, I'll get back to you after speaking to my authorities. And I think within 2 days, we got the news that your government is willing to host us in this country. So that was very encouraging and very inspiring from the point of view of theatre and from the point of view of cultural exchange. So we were very happy. And let me tell you that this is the only international festival, or for that matter any festival in the world. Whenever a festival happens, it happens in a particular city. That city might have multiple venues, but it actually happens out of a city. But Bharat Rang Mahotsav, it started like that. So 25 years back, it started as a national theatre festival, and it was only happening in Delhi, in different venues. But later on, gradually it grew, and it became an international festival. And this festival at the same time, hosts it in at least 10 cities all across India. And so that is another unique feature. And this year we have come to international venues, Colombo and Kathmandu. And we are very, very happy and very, very grateful to the government of Nepal to, host this Nepal Bharat Rang Mahotsav.
See, being the director of the National School of Drama itself and conducting so many these kind of festivals, it spreads the whole what you're trying to teach as well. And the cultural kind of, as you said, there's no boundary over here. It's just the harmony inside the culture and art and literature. So being in the National School of Drama and us knowing the National School of Drama, where we know we go, we learn good things, how does it help? Not the whole National School of Drama and this whole camping, how does it work out?
See, we at National School of Drama, particularly in this festival, every year, almost every year, we get plays from Nepal as well. And they get selected in the due process, which is a big thing, because plays from all over the world, groups from all over the world, they apply for this festival.
So only few get selected.
Only few, So Nepali plays have been an integral part of this particular festival. Not because we are close to Nepal, but only on the basis of merit they have been. They have been performing for last so many years. So from that perspective, it's a great platform of exchange of knowledge and ideas and perspectives. And this particular festival has become a bridge between creative souls. And so when you see a play, that's also a kind of education. So in a classroom, we have theoretical perspectives and many other things, historical perspectives and all of that. But beyond that, when you see a play, neutrally, you tend to learn a lot. So from that point of view, it has been a great source of exchange of knowledge between Nepal and India. So
just also, like Aman and I, we know quite a bit about NSD because we have had a chance to do research on it. Also, we have been involved in theatre one way or the other, so we understand a bit of India culture also. For those of our audience who don't know much about the NSD and what it does, since you're the director, could you tell us how much in depth does NST go in India? Like, at what level does it go, and how does it work with academic institutions or government of India? Just in very brief, can you tell us a bit about those networks?
See, it's an institution which was founded by Government of India, and right now we work under the Ministry of Culture.
Ministry of Culture, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a 59 years old institution. Wow. Yeah, and we are right now celebrating 50 years of our autonomy.
Wow. Okay.
It's an autonomous institution under the Ministry of Culture, and we used to take only 20 students. So out of
a
huge
the
population.
selection process must have been my goodness.
Yeah, so only 20 students.
Out of
right now we have around 150 crores of people.
Applications.
Yeah, 150 crores of the population, and then we take. Right now we are taking 32.
Wow.
So
per year, my
per year, and out of that, 3 seats are for the foreign nationals. So this year we have got people from Bangladesh. Yeah, only Bangladesh.
Okay.
And so 29 students are selected from India, and everyone has to be a graduate in order to be eligible. Educationally, he has to be a graduate. And at the same time, he has to have experience in at least 6 plays.
Okay.
So in my time, it was 10 plays. So now it has changed to 6 plays.
Okay.
Probably much before I joined, this was done. So probably they must have thought that it would actually encourage more people to apply. So now we have. We go through a preliminary test. So we have around 15 to 20 centers all over India. So where there is a written test and there is a skill test and also one-to-one discussion, interview, all of that. So then we select 1:3 or 1:4 ratio. So then we suppose we have 30 seats. So we normally call 120 people out of that prelims. So those 120 are invited to the main campus, and then we provide everything. It works like a residential campus for the applicants for 5 days. And then at that point of time, they go through a very, very intense workshop. And from that workshop, we take 30. That is the selection process. And people are busy almost 24 hours in the campus. So, I mean...
How long is the course, sir?
Course is for 3 years. It's a post-graduation course.
Okay.
Even though we call it a diploma, but it is recognized as a post-graduation course.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. And at least 12 hours a day, at least. But it actually, NSD never sleeps. So people say, city never sleeps. But as a creative institution, NSD never sleeps.
Wow.
It's a very, very hyper creative institution. And then in the curriculum, we teach almost all the possible things that one can think in terms of theatrical experiences. So every student who comes to NSD, he has to go through an integrated course for 1.5 years.
Okay.
Then last part of the course, last part of 1.5 years is actually specialization. Either you specialize in acting or in direction or design.
It's your choice,
yeah. But first 1.5 years is an integrated course where everybody has to learn even carpentry. So
the artwork and everything.
Set, carpentry, makeup, costume design, mask making, light design, everything. Along with the theoretical perspectives. So if I can take the liberty with utmost responsibility, I can say that National School of Drama is the #1 institution in the entire world, because when you go to another institution in Europe or some other part of the world, if somebody comes to learn acting, he starts that from day one. He is not imparted training in other aspects of theatre.
Okay.
If somebody is there to direct, he will just
directly go into direction.
But here, whether you want to do A, B, C, but you have to go through almost all the aspects
So you
of
understand everything, all aspects. Wow.
So, so that tomorrow if you want to, immerse yourself in theatre movement, you are a kind of one-man army and you can do everything on your own. If there is no money also, nobody can actually refrain you from performing or mounting your own production. And also, we have some exchange program where we have MOUs with many countries. So our students also go to Russia, to China, to UK in the exchange program. The last year students, they go there and they stay there for 7 to 10 days, 15 days. And they perform there, and they also go through master classes and all of that. And National School of Drama has a handful of permanent faculty members, but we have around 75 to 90 visiting faculty members. And they come from all over the world.
Anyone from Nepal?
Nepal, I don't think so. As of now, in my knowledge, no.
We need to work hard on that.
Yeah. So Nepal, we have not explored yet, and it's a good thing that you asked. We must explore because we have seniors like Sunilji, and he has been doing pioneering work in Nepal through his institution, Gurukul. So yes, why not? So that way it actually operates in India.
See, when Sunil Pokhrelji, we call him Sunil Pokhrel Dai in Nepali, we respect him as a Dai. So when he started Gurukul, so many of the actors who have come into cinemas nowadays, they've graduated and learned from him, and the experience that he got from NST. Then Anu Baraldai came in as well. He added in the flavor. So many of the actors have been trained by these two gentlemen. And that is all because of the NST. And that knowledge sifted over here. And the responsibility, the feeling of responsibility, even the discipline in how the theater works, how the film works, it all started from there. And all thanks to you guys and of the cultural exchange and everything.
Yeah, I mean, credit goes to the great institution.
Yes.
Irrespective of people who led it from time to time. Of course, there were many great people who led the institution, like Ibrahim Al-Qazi and B.V. Karant and all of that. We have a very, when I became the director, I was really nervous because I was there to lead the institute where the, great people like Al-Qazi and Karanji has already
filling the shoes of the great ones.
They have already been there. So that is there. And secondly, yes, NSD is just like a military academy. So we emphasize more on the disciplinary part of the training. So that's why people, when they pass out from the institute, it becomes difficult to adjust to the outer world, because the outer world is so chaotic and all of that, no discipline at all. So people start shouting, people start rebelling, and then they are cornered, because outside world we are only a limited few. So all of that happens. But as you rightly mentioned, if the younger generation is motivated by these people, then you see the change. So I'm very glad that these two gentlemen, they came back to they came back to their country. They did not there are many opportunities and temptation to go to Bollywood or to go to some other country and pursue your higher education and getting settled down there. But it takes a lot of courage to come back to your own soil and train your own people. I mean, they have been doing a commendable job.
I just had a follow-up question. Like, we have asked this to many theater artists in Nepal, the temptation of movie, the large screen, I mean, in Nepal, there's like Aman just mentioned, a lot of Gurukul products or theater artists have done very well in Nepali movies. And they're some of the best actors right now in Nepali movies are from the theater background. Some of them continue to do theater. How is the balance between, like in India, like not just Bollywood, there's so many industries, movie industries in India. Then you have the drama as a standalone, arena. How is that balance happening, in your opinion, between theater and then the movie industry?
See, there are two different streams. Even though I find cinema as a version of theater, so it's a version of theater which is recorded and which includes loads of technicalities in terms of science and technology. But at the end of the day, it's only a play on the screen. That's why you see, till today people write screenplay by so-and-so. So it's a play on the screen. And theater is a play on stage. And it happens then and there. And what we see in movies, it is actually recorded and manipulated in manipulated on the edit table. So, and also you have VFX, this and that. So theater is little different from that point of view, and there are people who are so dedicated to theater, they don't go to cinema. There are people so dedicated to cinema that they don't come back to theater. And there are people who do both the things. So, so it's a beautiful thing that, we have so many different directions in terms of practice of the medium. So there is no conscious concept of maintaining balance, because society itself gets it balanced. So we have theater lovers for whom the theater players, they play. And we have movie lovers for whom the movie actors play. So it is actually the demand and supply and also need of the society and need of the time that gets everything balanced.
Right here in Kathmandu, the scenario is, sorry, they're small theaters. And because it's live, and I think the revolution did start with Sunil Pokhrelji, the Gurukul Foundation and everything happening. We do have a small group, but everybody goes to the theater. We enjoy the theater for one and a half hour, 2 hours. The group has been it's increasing. And the love for theater, it's growing. And it's so good to see, because the glamour of cinema is always there, and you want to be the hero, you want to be seen on the screen. But theater is growing in Kathmandu. Have you noticed it?
Outside also.
In the whole Nepal, the theater scenario is actually growing.
So it's a very good sign, because more theater activities you have in a society, your society becomes more balanced and it gets more wisdom, knowledge. Because theater requires a lot of things like good deal of reading, good deal of introspection, good deal of self-work. So all of that. So if I can quote Nat Shastra, which was written thousands of years back, and which is the first ever treatise on theater. So in Natya Shastra, it is all the shlokas. We have 6,000 shlokas in Natya Shastra. So if you translate those shlokas from Sanskrit to English, you would actually be surprised to know that whatever has been said thousands of years back, it came to us from the West in the last 200 years. And we just treated Natya Shastra as something as untouchable scripture, and we just welcomed this particular theory coming from West, thinking that this is the theory in the field of theater. Having said that, so my main point is that when you go through Natya Shastra, it says that theater is such a medium which balances the society, which takes away your sorrow, which bursts your stress, which gives you knowledge, which gives people entertainment, and thereby it actually harmonizes the society and it creates order in society. So more we do theater, that is the reason why Natya Shastra was called Pancham Ved. So after 4 Veds, they equated it to the status of Vedas. So only because our forefathers, they could understand that, when they reached Atharvaved, So by that time, as the scriptures tell us, that we had people excelling in surgery, medicine, astronomy in those days, thousands of years back, and mathematics. Zero was invented. But probably they thought that, you know, science, technology, mathematics, spirituality is fine, but what about the spine of the society, that is the culture? So theater being a fountainhead which actually envelopes everything, many forms of art. So they decided to write Natya Shastra, not Sangeet Shastra or Nritya Shastra or Lalit Shastra. They decided to write Natya Shastra, which takes into account everything. So it is a good sign that if Nepalese society is buzzing with theatrical activities or theater training or theater activities, it is a very good sign for the society to actually, it is probably leaping ahead. I won't say it is moving ahead, it is probably leaping ahead. Because when there is one incident in Nat Shastra, when Brahmaji was asked, what is the purpose of Nat Shastra? He said that this will be the mirror of everything. It will actually reflect the good and bad deeds even of the devtas and the demons and the humans. So it will highlight the good deeds, it will highlight the bad deeds as well. And he says that one has to be very, very tolerant. If you are going to see a play, you have to be tolerant. If it is showing you with the mirror, don't get angry. You have a larger responsibility, to correct yourself. You have no right to get angry or intolerant. So see, now in modern civilization or modern society, people are talking about being tolerant. But thousands of years back, our forefathers, they could understand the importance of being intolerant. So from that perspective, more the merrier.
Just in this context, I mean, if laid it out so nicely, the important drama, natak. Now you're in Nepal now, and I mean, you came with Nishaji, the Chancellor of Nepal Sangeeta Natya Pratishthan. So we already got the gist that you'll be planning something bigger and maybe down the road with the institution. Any idea as to where things will be going in this collaboration with the NST through our Natya Parishat?
So for the first time, we are thinking of going a long way, hand in hand, collaborating with your country. And of course, the governments will be involved, national governments will be involved. But as I understand, my government is very, very keen, and my institution is very, very keen to have a strong collaboration in terms of training, methodology, training of methodology and pedagogy. So theater is not about only producing actors. Theater, as I said, if you go through the Nat Shastra, theater is all about personality development, and theater has an enormous impact on human soul, body and mind. So from that perspective, we are very keen to, have a greater bonding and greater collaboration in the direction of training, of methodology and pedagogy.
It's such a good news for all the
That's great
actors,
news.
of course, because so many of the younger generation nowadays, because they've got the laptop in their hand, the phone in their hand, the world is in their fingertips, and they research a lot, they learn a lot. But everybody very respectfully adores what NST is doing, especially in Nepal. And they've seen the great works of great actors that have come out from NST as well, like yourself. When we all saw you in Sacred Games, and all of a sudden, wow, there's an actor. Nowadays, because of the flowing series, we're seeing good actors on screen. Before that, on cinemas only, the heroes would be there, the villains would be there. Maybe the real actors did not get to perform what they're best at. And I believe the series, like, I loved how Patal Lok worked, and the Sacred Games, it transitioned the whole scenario in the South Asia itself. How was your experience in the Sacred Games, and once you got it, what was the response of your friends and the fans and everything?
Yeah, so I didn't have any idea about the success of the series while doing it, but we all were excited that that was probably the first ever series by Netflix in India. And there were two great directors, very talented directors directing it, Mr. Kashyap and Mr. Motwani. And we had world-class actors like Nawaz. And so we were quite hopeful that this series would definitely create some buzz. But the way it created a buzz is actually,
you know, broke
all records and all of that. And so when I was given this role, so I did not have any idea that I would also get some popularity out of this show. Because I was not doing any, so to say, main lead or something like that. So it was just a character role or, you know, third lead or fourth lead. So I did not have any idea. So, but when it released, the way they have presented the script, the way they have presented the characters, so the credit goes to them. And so that is how I could, I could get noticed. And after the release of the show, I got many people just rang me up and they said that I had not seen it by that time. So they said
before you even saw it.
So they said you have done a great job in the series. So I said, okay, have you seen it? I said, no. And then the memes started coming that sab mar jayega, Trivedi bach jayega. So then then my friends and few of the assistant directors, they called me up. They said, sir, you are famous now. There are memes on your character. So I was really surprised that to get memes is a big thing. So, and without putting money and without creating it for yourself, if it is created by Netflix, I think it was I'm blessed that God actually, God created it for me. So then one night I saw the entire series. Yeah, because I thought of seeing it at one go. So one night I just saw it all, and I could realize the, realize the amount of hard work by the team and the vision of the directors.
And you continue to act in theaters, you continue to act in movies, even right now. How do you balance it? I mean, you're the director of NST, and then is it difficult to balance it as you go?
Yeah, right now it is very difficult because I have got a bigger responsibility on my shoulder. And leading a national institute of this reputation,
of course,
is very difficult to go out and act. So for the past more than 1 year, since the time I have joined, I have not actually.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah, I haven't. It was a conscious decision because I thought of, because for the first time I'm in a job. So I before this so I do not have any experience of working in a government setup, and to lead a institute, so is a big thing.
Yeah,
so I just thought of leaving everything and learning things fast in a formal government setup. And I wanted to devote all my time to the institute, so that the time I spend at NSD, it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be a time pass kind of thing. It should be useful for my life as well. So tomorrow when I am not there, if I sit and introspect, I should realize that, okay, I could, I could use my time in a very meaningful way. So otherwise it will be just a government job and leading the institute and taking the glamour and all of that. I wanted to work very hard. So I just kept it aside for the time being. Yeah.
I just have a follow-up. Don't you miss it? Because you are a
of course,
theater artist. You're a performer.
Yeah.
And you're doing management. So how long do you think you can keep yourself out of theater and movies?
No, theater I'm doing.
So theater
Theater
are
I'm doing, yeah.
But the movie you're not
Yeah,
doing.
movie I'm
But
not
even movie also, I mean,
yeah,
the calling must be there.
at times I miss it, but thank God I'm being able to do theater, and because I'm in I'm at NSD, so it's a creative institution, even though it's a government setup, but I mean, thanks to my government that we have been given the liberty to practice theater and to take theater. I mean, we have been inspired to take it to another level. So the kind of hard work everyone is doing, I'm also part of it. So I'm composing music for productions. I have directed a play, epic play called Samudra Manthan, which is supposedly the first ever play in the world. Just after Nat Shastra was written, the first ever play was Samudra Manthan. So where Brahmaji asked Bharat Muni to invite everyone for the play. So demons and humans and gods was there. And then towards the end of the play, the demons started hitting the actors, and they said, you are just, making fun of us. Yeah, that at that point of time, Brahmaji says one has to be tolerant. So that was the play I did. It's a big play. It's a play with almost 100 actors and all of that. So that one I did. I also directed few small plays, and I have composed music, and from time to time I also act in a play called Gunnabai, which has been written by me. So from time to time I do that, so I'm enjoying it from that perspective. But yes, in terms of cinema, I'm missing it, but it's just a phase. So this will also...
then you'll come back.
Yeah.
Good thing that he's in the NSD. That means he can continue doing drama as a director also.
And the most important thing is that because I'm in a professional training institute, I'm also learning. I'm also honing my skill as an actor. So I'm hopeful that when I am out of this job, when I go back to what I used to do, probably my skill will be much higher than what it used to be, because I am again in the lab. So it's a blessing, great blessings. So I'm in the lab, and I'm also, by watching the students and watching the productions, I'm also growing. So it's a great space to be in.
Teaching and watching and learning.
Learning.
Right. So to sum up the whole program, his experience.
We have to ask about Mr. Siddiqui.
Of course.
Your friendship. How? I mean, I don't know, Aman. We have to finish first, but since you're here, I had to ask. I'm a big fan of Mr. Siddiqui. His acting is one of the best for me, anyways. How's your friendship with him? He's such a good actor.
Yeah, he's a world-class actor. There is no doubt about it, and I'm very proud of the fact that he's from my batch. He's my batchmate, and also I'm proud of the fact that he could make it that big without having any family background. Nobody from his family has any link with the industry. So because it is very difficult to get a chance first, and then to go up to that level. So whatever he has done is commendable, and I'm quite proud of the fact that he was with me in the school for 3 years. And NSD is like a Gurukul, because you spend 3 years, 24 hours with each other, and that friendship never disappears. Even though we don't meet often, we meet probably in 2 years or 1 year or 6 months. But the moment we meet, we don't feel that this much time has already passed. It is as if we just met. Bond is always there. It is like we just met yesterday. So and from the very onset, when I was a student, during the ragging, I wouldn't say ragging. It would be, there was some leg pulling from the seniors. So, but it's a very creative thing. So during that time, I was very nervous, very scared of my seniors, and I just told him that, I don't know about others, but there is something in you. And we were hardly 3 days old in the campus.
Okay.
I said, there is something in you, and you're a great actor. And it was quite embarrassing on his part to hear this, but he just, smiled. And today, when I look at him, I thank myself that I could see it from the very beginning. And throughout 3 years, we had many great actors in our class. So I learned a lot from my batchmates, and I learned quite a lot from Siddique as well. Yeah.
Nice to see that, right? Right. So as you've summed up with now how NST is working and how you're trying to build the things in Nepal as well. It's so good to hear that.
Yeah, probably, at least we would, because it has now started, we would not lose the momentum. We would probably start conducting workshops. Children workshop in the summer and workshops for, because right now at NSD we are doing a lot of things. We are going to different sections of people. We are doing a workshop with the sex workers. We are doing workshops with transgenders. We are doing workshops with orphans, slum children, street urchins, senior citizens, and business executives and all of that. So from that perspective, we would also like to bring in workshops in Nepal for different sections of people. First, to begin with our children, because they are the most.
So they learn quickly,
and they are the best, in fact, because less pretension, so they become clean slates. So they are the real artists.
So if you want to change the society, start from there.
In terms of everything, languages are disappearing fast, because everybody is compelled to speak in a particular language, and it is good that we learn English, because it's a great international means of communication. It's a great language in terms of business and all of that. It's a great language in terms of knowing the world, because you can find literature being translated from different regions, different parts of the world in English. But at the same time, it is very, very bad. It is the, worst thing to ignore our own language, ignore our own culture, ignore our own DNA.
Absolutely.
So theater actually also provokes you to discover and rediscover your DNA.
Wow. Right. That's very true for Nepal also.
Right.
Yeah, for everyone. Yeah.
So now the whole Rang Mahotsav and everything is done. How has been your experience with the Nepal and the actors and the whole thing? How are you taking it?
Leaving.
Yeah, very nice, and the hospitality, I must say, is very nice. Somebody as senior as Nishaji, she's a chancellor,
of course,
but she has no pretension. She's just a human being and very down to earth, and there is no need on her part to come to us and take care of everything. There must be people around from the government to.
She runs around herself.
Herself.
I've seen that.
That is the dedication theatre people have.
Okay.
Even if we work in a formal setup, but we go beyond our protocol and all of that. So theatre teaches us the informality of a social structure. So it has been very, very nice, and we are thankful to the government of Nepal, the academy that Nishaji is leading, and to the theatre fraternity. And we are looking forward to having a great partnership and endeavors, collaborations in near future.
Definitely.
So we have to.
It was amazing.
We don't want to stop, but we have to talk to you this time. But it's been amazing having you on show.
Same here.
Thank you for coming to our show. This morning live about positivity and
thank you so
my
much.
pleasure,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
God
hopefully,
bless. Thank you.
very soon, right after NSD, we want to see you in a big screen.
We look forward to that also. And please come back to Nepal again and again.
Yeah.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day,
Namaskar.
Rohit.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Bye.
नयाँ प्याराशुट नेचुरली स्याम्पूलाई